I was in the studio with Bad Bunny, Tiny, Calle 13, Akane. It's not even trying to have that creative mind. It's about doing.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the DominoTable podcast. So we got a special treat for you guys today. I'm gonna introduce our guest. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can clearly see there's somebody else in the studio. And we also have Chris in the back, handling the cameras. Shout out Chris.
Cinematic.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. Shout out Chris.
Yeah, shout out Chris. But without further ado, I want to give a warm welcome to JVISONARE.
Thank you.
The studio audience in the background.
We gotta keep the brand going.
Right.
So we're back on the DominoTable podcast again with our new guests and stuff like that. So just for the people who don't know you, for our listeners and stuff like that, give people a quick overview. Who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a father, son, brother. So for those of you that don't know, my name is actually Jonathan Cintron. Everybody knows me as Visionaire. I've been out here in Miami now for about a year and 7 months. I'm originally from Reading, Pennsylvania. But yeah, man, just out here chasing my dreams, trying to inspire as many people as I can. And yeah, we're here.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on, by the way.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you,
bro.
Thank you for
honest,
pushing us.
I didn't think he was going to answer.
Honestly.
Like, for real, bro. Like,
Yo, when he told us like the way that you basically shot the shot, we were like, all right, cool. Like, you know, that's what it's gonna take.
Yeah, always.
And you replied, and I'm like, yo, wait, hold on.
What?
And then you replied, and he texts back, and I go, yo, did he reply again? And you kept replying.
Yo,
so.
yeah. We were out. We were brunching.
Oh,
yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
And I was in the middle
I was
of it.
working, bro. I was like,
he
I
was
like,
working.
How'd you come across me?
So, all right. So I actually went to school with somebody that you know. His name is Trey. Trey Bands.
Artist?
Yeah. So I went to middle school with him.
Okay.
And I know I followed him. And then I ran it. He was posting on that he was in the video Bands with Gonzi.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh shit. So let me follow this kid, Gonzi. And then I was like, oh shit, it looks like they have a manager. I was like, oh, whatever, let me follow him. And actually kind of crazy thing is I didn't realize that, like, I didn't put two and two together, but I had run across one of your videos like 2 years before I found out who you were.
Three.
It's crazy.
Or 3 years.
3 years.
What video was it?
It was how to find manufacturers. Because, yo, I was
that video did numbers.
I was one of those people that were like, yo, like, how the fuck do you like? Because I was trying to start up my own shit, and I was like, it ended up just being like, yo, like, I just didn't have that love for it. That was like that you need to have for it. Because everyone says like, oh, I could just sell like clothes and shit like that, like,
right.
But they don't know like what it really goes. Like, I was like,
The dedication to go.
bro, I was making up trash designs. I was like, yo, this shit ain't for me, bro. Like, I was like, this shit ain't for me. But I remember coming across that video and I'm like, oh shit, it's the same guy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's kind of crazy how it
world.
lined up. Yeah.
And then he
Thank
put us
God.
on to you, and then
Yeah.
I've been running with your page since. You know what I mean?
That's fine. That's
When he was telling us, us three, we were at brunch, and I was already banged up.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at the text. I'm like, what? So then, literally the night before, there's an artist, like an actual artist, not a rap artist. Not that the rap artists aren't artists, but I'm saying the ones that paint.
Yeah.
And he was posting like recently that he had gifted Arcangel a portrait. Then he gifted, boom. Then he gifted Niengo Flo, and then you were telling me like, yeah, he's met Niengo Flo and these people, and I'm like, did we find the same guy? And there was two of you, and I was like, oh shit, so you met another guy, or you messaged another guy that also knows the same, bro, crazy. Literally the night before.
Small world,
small world, bro.
It didn't even process. Like I read it, and I was like, I was just in the middle of
I know
just
that shop,
brunching, and I was like 10 mimosas deep. And it wasn't until I got
I'm
home.
like, hey, invite him, bro.
And I read it?
Invite him.
I was
We'll
like,
talk
I'm
to him,
down.
dog.
Let's do it. We can talk. And I
That's
get
fine.
home and I'm in bed. I'm like, and I'm rereading everything. And I'm like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, I
Did
remember.
we just get? I got so hyped, bro. I was like, let's fucking go, bro.
Yo, I remember the next day you were like, for real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. So that's one of the most important things is just reaching out and shooting your shot, because a lot of people are afraid to shoot their shot. Everybody wonders how I connect with all these people. Shoot my shot.
Right.
One of them's gonna hit.
Yeah.
You know, you might get 99 no's, but you're gonna get that one yes that's gonna lead you to Bad Bunny.
Facts.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right.
Like that's what it's all about. So this is dope though. This is
Yeah,
dope. That's fire.
that YouTube video you posted on your story really like. I
Which
was
one?
Like, damn, it wasn't your YouTube video. It was the Miami Vice lifestyle.
Oh yeah,
but you were in the
That
background.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
bro,
for the
that
Mike
night
Tower.
was crazy.
Was it?
That night was crazy, dog.
We'll
And then you ran
touch
into the
into
guy at
that.
the gym.
Yeah, I run it.
Yo.
It was crazy.
Who?
It was the guy,
Miami-
the
the
promoter
Miami
guy,
Vice
like
guy,
the,
yeah.
the video that was
I don't know.
yeah.
One of the promoters that was organizing that
Yeah.
section for you guys.
I'm literally watching the video that you were in, the Mike Towers concert, and he comes up behind me and
Like,
touches me on my shoulder.
At the fucking gym.
Yeah, like I'm like I was talking to him like,
Wait, randomly?
bro, swear, because he just wanted the machine. Like I
Yo,
was
he,
working out.
he doesn't
Like,
even
okay.
go there.
He doesn't even
Yeah,
go
yeah,
there.
I
I've
never
never
seen
go there
that.
a lot,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
doesn't
that's
go
my
there.
What a
gym.
coincidence.
And then I'm like,
Okay.
bro, like I'm literally watching you right now, and he was mad. Like for someone being in that type of lifestyle, like he could have easily been. You know, a lot of people got money. They're pretty arrogant sometimes. He could have easily, but he wasn't, bro. He was like pretty dope. He's like, oh yeah, watch all our other videos. I'm like,
That's what's
I've already
up.
seen all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Watching these.
I'm replaying them.
Yeah,
That's what's
that was
up.
dope.
So you're originally from?
Reading, Pennsylvania.
Ready. So
Ray-
I had
Ray.
a quick question. So you guys said since you had,
Yeah,
you hear me now? A little better.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we could hear him.
No,
I
yeah.
he's
I
on a
said
different
that.
mix.
You'll hear him in the audio.
Yeah, you
I
hear me
said
in audio.
that. 'cause
I have
I'm
a
watching
separate
his
one.
levels right. It's a different.
okay.
It's a different mic.
So since you had New York super close to you, why did you choose Miami?
So, I mean, the real reason why I moved down here was because of my son. So about 2 years ago, my son's mother, she said that she was gonna move to Orlando.
Right.
Mind you, Reading's a very small city, very, very, very small town. It's kind of like, let me see, how can I say it? It's probably like Kendall, like all put together. I think it's Kendall. Oh, Hialeah.
Okay.
Like it's a small town, very small
Right,
town.
right.
Basically, long story short, she said that she was moving down to Orlando, and I didn't even think twice. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm moving to Florida. Mind you, I didn't have no friends,
Right.
no family, nothing. I don't have nobody down here. The first time I came down was for my birthday 2 years ago. Mind you, I had never came here before. I didn't know.
Your first time was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Dang.
Bro, I came here for my birthday, like for 4 days. Second time I came was to look for an apartment. Third time I came was on a train. I took a train from from Virginia all the way to Orlando with my car, with my
Sheesh.
stuff. And then I drove down to
That's
Miami.
what's-
And then here we are now.
I just brought up New York because you know New
But
York is
the
Mecca.
fashion
So
capital,
the
right.
reason why I didn't move to New York, I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was really based off of my son.
Right.
You know, I wanted to be closer to him. I mean, that's my purpose. That's my why. So
100%.
yeah.
I feel that.
I want to butt in real quick. So, what is your son and the baby's mother live in Orlando?
Yeah.
That's crazy. We have a boy, Red, that shout out to Red. He has a daughter around the same age, I'm assuming. How old is
My
your
son's 4.
same age? He has to make the drive to Jacksonville often
Yeah.
to see his baby girl. And there's a lot of struggle that comes in that. Especially,
Bro,
you know,
it's a lot. Like mentally already just being down here, like no friends, no family, like nothing at all. Everybody I met down here has been strictly off of just going out there connecting. It's hard. Not only that, like every time I go to get my son, it's a 4-hour drive back.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's 8 hours, but I don't think about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking about the time I'm spending with my son.
Yeah.
And just enjoying that time, you know what I mean? Like he likes being in my car. He likes hearing the room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just being able to just go pick him up, come down, spend time with him. Sometimes my mom flies down. Like that's important to me, you know what I mean? And I'll take that drive all day.
Hell yeah.
if you don't mind me asking you, do you come from a home where your parents were like separated, maybe like by distance or not?
Well, no, I actually grew up with both my parents together until I was the age of 15. So basically my parents split up at 15. When that happened, everything changed because I was used to, you know, family coming over all the time, parties always at our house, and then like once they split up, like everything changed. Like Section A, like it was just, bro, it went totally opposite.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like that's what made me who I am today. And I'll never regret it. Like I'm glad everything happened the way it did because of where I am today.
Yo, Red is gonna love this clip because my boy had the same struggle as you, where he didn't come from a basically like a split home, whether it was that you actually broke up or just distance, and that's what hurt him the most when he found out that I'm gonna have to be commuting and like we're just physically separated. That's what hurt him the most too. So I think he's really gonna.
It's hard, man.
This snippet right here is gonna really like do him justice.
Mentally, like I think like people don't really think about it until like time goes by and you become more wiser. But it really plays like a big effect on you, like loving wise. You know what I mean? Like you don't see that. You know, once your parents split up, you don't see how it is for a man to treat a woman or the other way. You know what I mean? So then you have to go through certain things for it to happen to you, for you to learn and teach your child. So it's a lot, man.
That's crazy because me and him were talking about the other day because we both grew up. That's why we always get along because I've known him forever, and our stories are always similar. Like we both
identical.
Yeah, exactly identical. He just grew up in a way rougher area. My mom, like I grew up in the Gables, so down here that's like
it's way less rough.
Yeah, way less rough.
We'll put it like
but,
that.
yeah, we could put it like that. But it's crazy you say that because like we grew up in like just single parent household and just my mother, so. It's stuff that we had to learn on our own, especially like as a man, how to treat a woman and stuff like that. So, I mean, I grew up with the right morals because my mom taught me, how to treat a woman. But I just wanted to add on to that point of, you got to, it's crazy, like the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's coming from like how you see these families, they come from a mother and a father in the household, how different it is for them. Like sometimes they look at you and they're like, damn, like you didn't know that? Like, nah, like. I didn't grow up like that.
No one taught me how to, yeah.
And especially coming from poverty, you know what I mean? Like, we both know about Section 8 and all
struggle,
that stuff.
yeah.
The super struggle, that's a whole different story,
But I'm glad you added on to that. My boy that I was just telling you about, we'll talk about it often. Like, he'll get like sad because he's like, fuck, bro, my daughter is away. For me to see her, I got to wait so many days. I just want to be a good dad. And I always remind him like, bro, my mom raised me by herself and I don't, look at me now. Like I don't feel like I missed anything.
Right.
And she raised me by herself. I have no animosity towards my dad or nothing because my mom raised me the right way. So, bro, as long as like, I'm not one to be giving advice about this because I'm not a father or anything like that. Yeah. But I'm a child from a situation similar.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, if you just keep being genuine and whatever time you have, you make it the most. The child will remember and they will know that you were a good dad. So I tell him all the time because he'll be tripping. Life gets hard.
Yeah. I mean, another thing is just making sure like I'm not wasting no time. Like I'm not just chilling. I'm not just hanging out. Like I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like this time that I have, I want it to be that when everything does blow up, my son is like, all right, bet. Like all that time that my dad sacrificed, this is what it was for.
Correct.
To teach him that lesson when he gets older that, all right, I got to put this work in if I want to get to how, where my dad was. You know what I mean? So that's
and they'll appreciate it when they're old enough to understand. They'll be like, damn, like look at how it didn't click for me till I was like, I think I was 14 or 15 when it clicked. Like, yo, my mom has been doing this for
Busting
this long,
balls, bro.
Yeah,
that's when it clicked for me.
Yeah.
I was like 16. I had to start working.
I was like, yo, this, and my view completely changed. And also when I became like a man, I wasn't even mad at my dad or anything like that either. Like, for my story is a little different. They split up on purpose. But point is, when they're old enough to understand,
one of the most important things though is also realizing like, and I remember this from a Drake interview that I was watching, and after I watched this interview, so for a little bit like I had like this thing towards my dad, but one of the most important things is realizing as you get older, you understand why situations happen. So just being able to go back and talk to your parents and just have that conversation like, yo, like what really happened? Because, I'm experiencing more things in life and now I'm starting to realize like, okay, maybe it wasn't your fault. Maybe it wasn't her fault. You know what I mean? So just having that conversation is important.
It's crazy you say that. I like a quote you put in one of the videos, like the concert you were at, like the behind the scenes. Like you're like, most people look at this as fun. I look at this as building relationships, which is true because a lot of people down here, they'll just get caught up in the facade of like on backstage with these like
bro.
People
You know how many people like just living down here, how much opportunities you have. Like I've only been here for like a year and 8 months, and the things that I've done, like, I'm still like I'm just going, so I don't really think about it. But when I really think about it, it's like, damn, like yo, you've done a lot. You know what I mean? And just making the most out of living here is very important.
It's just like I feel like it's just growing up in Miami. Like
we don't think about that.
We don't think like bro, you start clubbing at 17.
Exactly.
Bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like in high school. So like people get so used to it and like they want to go from like, I mean, where were we going when we were in like high school? Mr. Mo's in the Grove.
We were going out though
early.
early.
We were going out.
We were going
early,
like,
bro.
So,
house parties.
So like it's easy to get caught up in like Live, where like Live is pretty well established in Miami. So like the fact that you can keep that focus, that mindset.
Bro, like how the old Cuban pop used to be saying like paja mental. People get stuck in like that paja mental.
What is it?
Paja mental.
How do I translate it to English?
No. I mean, I just wanted to hear what it was.
Paja mental. Okay. Like you get stuck in like the phony shit about it. Like how you said, like yo, this is actually an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Most people can't keep the focus.
But it's
they
also-
they get caught up in the
They don't
round
see the-
backstage.
They don't see the vision,
They
bro.
don't exactly.
Stay on brand.
Shout out to
Stay on
Jay
brand, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
but it's also
Cop the
that.
hat, bro. Shit dropped today. If you didn't cop it, you're not gonna get it.
I'll be
You're
on
not
this.
gonna get it.
Yeah, by the time they see this, I'll be on this.
Congrats, by the way, on the first 5-figure
Thank you.
day.
Yeah, facts.
Oh.
That is good shit, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy because like just last month was my first 5-figure month. And now it's literally it's probably already here because I'm getting orders as I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably already hit like my first
5-figure.
5-figure day.
Fire.
Like it's
Crazy.
crazy, bro. This past month has been insane. Like my biggest investments ever I would have never thought of, from the music video that's about to be released soon, song, clothing. It's crazy. I'm on some Diddy shit.
This song, fire.
That's fine.
Brandon, I think your question ties into this
it ties
perfectly.
into
Yeah.
it. So like my question for you is who is the person you have found that has been most influential in your life, or like if you have multiple, like your top 2?
Well, before then we get to that, I think we should just get to like what made you start a clothing brand? Like,
Oh,
were you
okay,
were you even like what was like that decision? Because like that's where it all started. Like
Yeah.
really.
So basically, when I was 15, started working at Dunkin' Donuts. Worked there for about a year. Well, I worked there for about a year. So I got into like that working mode right away after my parents divorced. After they broke up and divorced, and then when I was about to turn 17, I don't know if you guys ever heard about network marketing.
Yeah.
Wake Up Now. There's another one called MCA. So when I was 17, I did MCA. I wasn't supposed to do it, but I came across it on Facebook, and I told my mom, I'm like, yo, like, you get involved, all you got to do is pay 40, and then, I get paid 80 next week, da-da-da-da-da. And, bro, I'm like 17 at the time. I got her involved, and I got paid, and I was like, oh, shit, like, this shit is real. So then, like, I kept doing that. Then that's when, like, the marketing started. So on Facebook, I used to just go and, like, go on different group pages and just post up what I was doing, what I offered, what the company offered. And network marketing, basically, it started it all from 17 all the way to 19. So I did that. Then I did Wake Up Now. And I grew it, like, really big. And then basically, long story short, Wake Up Now went bankrupt. And during that time, everybody was like, yo, like, what's the next move? What are you doing? So I was like, yo, I'm like, I'm gonna give it some time and I'm gonna figure it out. So during that time, I had moved out when I was 18 years old. Like, literally, I graduated high school and I moved out right away.
On your own?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Ballsy.
it was kind of like, literally, bro, I graduated high school. When I came out to school, I had gotten a text from this job that everybody, like, just wants to work at in my city because they pay really good for that city. And then literally the day after, my mom was like, yo, like, you got to find your own apartment. And
Oh, your mom put it on you.
yeah, so she kind of like, she told me, she's like, yo, you got to go. You got to find your own apartment. And I'm glad that happened because, like I said, bro, everything has led to today.
Yeah, everything has for a reason, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, bro, I lived on my own young. And, like, every night after the network marketing company went bankrupt, I used to think, like, yo, like, what am I going to do? Like, what do I want to do long term? Because in high school, I used to always, like, get with everybody during the lunchrooms, and we used to talk about the network marketing. Like, I was always about business and money.
Yeah.
And then basically the one night I thought of the word visionary. I wrote it. I had a huge whiteboard on my brick wall. I took off the Y, I took off the second I, and I added an E. And I'm like, yo, like, what can I do with this? I'm like, and it came out to visionary. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start a clothing brand. And bro, like, at first, like, my designs were like, they were terrible. But at the end of the day, like, everything, you just got to keep going, because as you keep going, it's gonna get better. You're gonna
Right.
grow over
It
time.
evolves, yeah.
And that's really what started the brand, and now we are where we are today.
Damn. That's what it was. Just in your
Yeah, bro.
in your apartment.
Yeah,
Yo,
I remember I was.
it was
so
literally a
there
domino
was
effect.
there was specific video though that I used to watch. It was the Drake Jungle. He did like a
Fire.
short film. I don't know if you guys ever seen
Yeah,
it. It's
I've
like
seen it.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And
I
bro,
fuck with Drake hard, so I know
bro,
exactly.
literally at nighttime, I was watching it. I had all the lights off. I had candles on. And I don't know, like, I just, like,
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
into
in
my
the
mind a
zone,
lot.
though.
bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
I do it a lot. Like, I smoke hookah. That was back then.
Yeah.
Like, I was smoking
Set the
hookah.
tone.
Bro, just chilling, but just
you got a
thinking
hookah
about
right next to you. On top.
I don't smoke
What's
hookah like as much anymore.
Okay.
But
He's
bro,
like, I got it right here.
Right, ready to go.
He was gonna whip out the hose. I was giving him the bring it out, bro.
But yeah, man, I just I get into my thoughts a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
I'm very in tune with myself. So
That's crazy to me,
Yeah.
bro. Like that I wish I had that creative mind for.
I know.
No, but you
clothing,
can.
Maybe we
bro.
do.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
you have
not-
it.
It's not even having, like, trying to have that creative
Yeah.
mind. It's about doing. Don't be a thinker,
Like
do
just
it.
taking a
Be
shot.
a doer.
That's
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I didn't know anything about clothing. What I did is I went on YouTube, I went on Google, I searched up how to, do this, do that. And bro, within time, you'll learn how to do it.
True.
So don't ever feel like you need to be a creative or feel like a creative. Like, nah, man, like just do it and learn as you grow. You know what I mean? Like that's important.
That's what we're doing this because like when I first started this, like, you guys know, like I was like I'm stepping out my comfort zone with this because I've never
He's
been
an
like
introvert. Like, he's
I'm super like when I'm
Right.
out and stuff like that, I'm kind of laid back to myself. Like I'm not really out there like that. But me and him, we've always gotten along with podcasts. And I'm like, bro.
I consume them like crazy. Yo.
Yeah,
like
I
was like,
I
yo,
listen
might
to
as
him
well
on
do
the
one.
day. That's pretty much all I listen to. Music only in the gym or like when we go out.
Yeah.
You know,
Bro,
perreo.
when we used to work out, when we used to
Yeah.
when we used to work
We'll
together,
get into that.
Bro, it was like
It was
all day,
straight podcast.
all
like,
day,
that's
and we'd be
it.
like, yo, did you listen to what? So
Yeah.
we were always like in that space, but we're like, yo, like,
We'd be working out, and I would just send him music while we're working out.
Yeah.
And then
And
we would
this guy-
tap in with him and be like, "What are you listening to?" And he's listening to a whole Joe Rogan podcast while
Or
working
in the
out.
middle of the gym, bro.
They're
In the
like,
mid-
well, how
in
can
the-
you listen to
in
that?
the
I'm
middle
like,
of the workout, and you feel me?
like
At the,
With a podcast on.
at the time, I'll rank on it. At the time, I'll be like, yo, what are you listening to this, bro?
And
We're in the
look-
gym,
and look at
but
us
now look at us.
We're podcasters.
but
Crazy.
it's because like when we started, like we did our first episode in a shed in the back of his
Yeah.
house, bro.
Oh, wow.
Like we
bro,
bought
hot as fuck.
like well he
Yo.
bought like 4 of these, but like the Amazon $9
yeah.
version.
Bro, all of these, like,
yeah, like those, and then he just put them on the
Shit.
side,
Bro,
hot, bro. Like
as
no
fuck.
air conditioning.
It's
Yeah.
all right. So it was the people who listen to this podcast have heard it. It was a storage shed, and it's made of concrete. It's in my backyard, and when I was like, yo, like this place is like super soundproof. Like nothing can come in this shit.
No.
Bro, I fucking cut a hole in the wall. I brought like a mini split AC, and then we were just running it like literally in a domino table inside a shed with one mic.
fire.
I'm
in the
sitting on
middle.
top of a
That's
cooler.
fire. Y'all got pictures?
Oh,
Nah,
I'm
we
sure.
should.
I'm sure we
I
have
told him, I was
somewhere.
like, bro, please take pictures because when we moved here and we saw this,
I was like, yo, this is a fucking mansion.
High class.
Yo,
High
I
class.
don't care. We're coming here. Bro.
Imagine
Like,
what's next.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Let's-
Like we think about that all the time.
Let's see, is a domino effect of stuff that happened.
G shit, bro.
So
Like-
yeah, back to my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your like, I guess your influencers or like someone that influenced you into like, or like someone that motivates you. I guess.
Yeah.
Like your top motivator, maybe.
Past or present, too.
Yeah, past, present,
Celebrity or fam?
top 1, top 2, whatever you want.
It could just be like a support group.
It's crazy because like, I mean, to really think about it, like as far as motivators, like now it's really myself and honestly my son.
Your work.
My son is like my motivator. Like
Okay.
when it comes to just getting stuff done, bro, all I gotta do is look at my phone and look at my son, and you know what I mean.
Got to make it happen for him.
But as far as like guidance and somebody that has helped me like along the way, my best friend, his name is Mo. He owns a bodega up north in Reading.
Okay.
It's called New Heights. He's from New York, but
Shout out to Mo.
yeah. Shout out to Mo. He's been like he's helped me out a lot, like family, personal, business, just everything. So he's like been a big influence in my life. I mean, as far as brand wise, like before I started my brand, Ronnie Feg, Kith,
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
he's definitely like his storytelling is crazy. So I was like watching his podcast all the time. Really, yeah, him, Ronnie. As far as like the clothing brand,
Right.
You like Drake's clothing brand? Oh, Drake?
yeah, of course.
I remember I saw that collaboration between the LeBrons and the Kith, and I was like, yo,
Bro, that was
that's what
crazy.
put me on. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Wait, is
Like,
that
next
owned by
level.
LeBron in Winwood, or is that kid?
No, the brand Kith.
Okay, he owns that because he has a like basketball court and everything. I've seen that the other day.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
No, but because I saw because I'm like super into basketball.
That's
So
fine.
I watched LeBron like go out, and he had the Kith LeBrons, and it was like, bro, it was
Yeah, I remember
crazy,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, who the fuck is Kith? I don't know, but I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's fire.
Wait, who is this? I don't know who this is.
He's from New York. He has a
York.
big
Yeah.
brand. It's called Kith. He has a
okay.
store on what is it, Ocean Drive?
Ocean. I
He
think
has
he has one.
he's a store on Ocean
Winwood
Drive?
too.
He's big time. He's big time.
So
So I
he's
mean,
the-
he clearly he's not big time.
Yeah,
Maybe collaborate with
I'm not really tuned into basketball at all, so like I don't really know.
or
but-
fashion.
Or yeah, I bought this today, bro.
Nah, but that's what you got friends for,
Bro,
bro.
he has me in the group chat. He's like, bro, please do not wear a hoodie.
This man comes like he just woke up, bro.
Nah, but
It's comfortable.
that's that gym vibe though.
Yeah, but
that's
that's
why.
why-
That's
Yeah.
That's just how I am. I've
You're
never
lucky you
really
didn't
cared
catch him
about fashion,
with the gallon out here.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
you got it. You got it.
He's the one who put me onto the gallon. I had to start, and then my body got used to it, and I have to carry it, bro. So now I get a headache, bro. So when you started the brand, so from my understanding, it came up with the word first, right? The word is what got you into it.
Mm-hmm.
Did anything that you see like really like, for example, for me, I started getting into fashion when I was around middle school time, right before high school, because I started selling like sneakers and collecting sneakers. That I was like a sneakerhead. I still am, but my priorities changed, so now I don't buy too many sneakers. But that's how I got started.
Yeah.
So like, you know, did you have a niche or something that you like stuck to?
Nah, bro. I just went with it.
You just ran with it?
Yeah, bro. I really just went with it. Like, I didn't have like a specific lane that I was trying to do.
Fire.
I was just like, yo, I just want to start it, and then just, you know, as time went, you know, you figure it out. You know what I mean? And then as the brand grows, like now, like eventually I do a fitness line and do this and do that because now I have access to it and I have the knowledge to be able to do it now. So,
what's one thing you would have known? You wish you would have known when you first started?
pay my taxes.
Nah.
Like honestly, like
That's
all
real.
that stuff, like
We were talking about it last time.
the business,
Yeah,
the
bro.
business side. I mean, I started when I was 19. But the business side is the most important thing. You know, trademark, LLC, making sure you do your taxes every year.
Shout out Willie G.
Yeah, shout out.
Our last guest, he's a public accountant. He was kind of talking about that, like, because he helps people set up their stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, it's crazy. I went back
Yeah.
to
Yeah. So basically, I ended up in a situation. Somebody came into the picture, and this like changed my entire life, and I had to get the past 2 years done. I just had to get all the paperwork done. So just making sure you get your legal stuff done is definitely the most important.
You had to
thing.
be legit.
Yeah. I mean, I already had, mind you, when I started, I already did my LLC, my trademark. And that's one of the things that, you know, people always wonder, like, yo, like, how do you do it? But you just go on Google. You know what I mean?
And you got a video on it.
Yeah. I got a
Yeah.
YouTube
We
did
video.
our research, yo.
Get on the YouTube. Get on the YouTube.
But yeah, like that's the most important thing, because it's like, yo, you come out with your name, and then next thing you know, you can't do it because somebody already has it, and you got to change it. Like, do that step first,
we know that.
and then do the rest.
Oh my God,
What happened?
we had the same issue, bro.
Yeah.
This
With
Can we-
podcast.
can we-
We're not even gonna shout them out.
Yeah, we're not gonna. It's our
They're
same
asleep. They
name.
haven't recorded in a bit.
They haven't recorded in a bit, but they just had the name first, and it's just,
Man. But we got it now.
yeah, we got it now. We're way more active. You know what I mean?
Hey, real quick before we go on to Alliance question, because he's the next one up. Do you know Omi and the Hellcat? Like, do you know him
I mean, I met him once because of my boy Brap.
and Slim? Okay. 'Cause
A
those
Slim
are,
tall guy.
yeah, those.
I met tall guy back like 2018.
bro,
met him
I'm
in
trying to
Philly.
meet him. Those are my favorite YouTubers. They didn't even know that. Those are my favorite YouTubers.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Tall guy, definitely my guy.
So-
It's crazy because I actually just connected with Mr. Organic
Yo,
when
he's
they were
a-
last
he's
year.
a gangster. I
Yeah.
love Mr.
Yeah.
Organic.
I know.
I saw him the other day
Huh?
on the podcast. The other day he was shooting a podcast with his
Yo,
boys.
he was. Hey, I love him, bro, because he's literally flagrant
Nah, yeah,
and in a good way.
and again,
Like, it's beneficial to whoever's listening,
Right.
even though it might look rough at the moment. Like, it really
Right,
is
right, right.
beneficial.
He
Like,
keeps it
we're talking
real.
about, yeah, exactly. We're talking about real world stuff. Like, this is what's really happening.
Who's tall guy? The one that reviews
His best friend, the one that reviews the
with the
car.
Chargers. He has got Chargers
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah, all right.
I had to ask you because I know you're from the same state, right?
Yeah. They're from Philly.
They're from Philly.
Yeah.
There you go.
But kind of to keep it going, so for those who don't know, you've been pretty active lately. Like I'm guessing like the last couple of months have been kind of crazy for you.
I mean, the past year and 8 months have been crazy.
So you've got you and this is on your Instagram. So you've been in contact with like you sold hats, but you've also like you've connected with guys who are in our world like fucking superstars.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're talking about. You said you named it first Bad Bunny, Arcangel,
Lil
Baby,
Baby.
Flow, Lil Baby. Yo,
Legends.
Word-
so
the list
my
goes
question
on.
to you is like, when you meet these guys, like, have you ever been like fucking starstruck, like to a point where like,
Never.
nah?
If anything, like I had a nervous moment with Bad, and this was back in 2019. I was in the studio. This was before I moved here. I was in the studio with Bad. Bad Bunny, Tiny, Calle 13, Arcangel. I was there.
Yo, that's a legendary moment you're a part of right now.
I was there with Arcangel. I've known Arcangel now for like 4 or 5 years. So
OG.
basically, because of my boy Joey is a stylist. Basically, he does everything for him. And the way he met Arcangel was giving him clothes. And basically, long story short, now he works for this man. You know, he's worked with him now for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
But basically, I was going to New York with Joey, with Arcangel, to link up with Arcangel. And then when I got there, Arcangel was like, yo, we're going to the stew with Bad and Tiny. I was like, what? And like in my head, I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, bet, let's get it. And then, mind you, I was already connected with him. Like, I had already given him a piece that he ended up wearing in Las Vegas. I was already connected with, like, all his boys. So when I got to New York, like, it was just all love.
Yeah.
But this was, like, the first time I actually got to speak to the man. Like, just me and him, like, sitting down. Like,
That's crazy.
You
That
know,
was a
so
piece
then,
you had given him the best, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So that was before that.
Okay.
And then,
That was the Vegas
this
one.
Also,
was,
you chill like so. This
bro, I
is
was with
you
them.
guys
I
chilling
was
with
in.
him.
I was with them
At
in
the
the studio
studio.
for like 13 hours.
Oh my
But this happened right after the thing in Puerto Rico with like Bad Bunny, Calle 13, when they were going down because of the governor.
Yes. I remember.
So
I
bro,
do
like
remember.
it was
Yeah.
crazy.
That was the
it
whole
was
movement.
crazy
Yeah.
because when we was there, we were sitting, we was chilling, and then Calle 13 gets there, and I'm like, damn, like yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So then everybody's chilling outside. It's me. Bad is literally like right here, like right next to me.
That's
Tiny, my boy Joey,
That's a
and
fucking
then
movie,
Bad's
bro.
best friend, Jonthony. And bro, I'm sitting like right next to the man. And
That's
I'm
the guy
like,
from the video, right? From the Oigo there?
Jonthony, yeah.
You're talking
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Bad Bunny's number one fan right here. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is his number one
That's
fan.
Yeah.
number
Yeah,
one
yeah.
fan.
So I'm sitting next to him, and mind you, I had already greeted him like when we was outside, when we was walking in. And I'm like, yo, like this is my chance to like actually just thank the man for everything he done, because he opened up a lot of doors for me. Honestly, he changed my life.
Yeah.
But the thing is with me is my Spanish is like I'm working on it. You know what I mean?
okay,
So
okay.
like I speak it, but I don't feel as confident, but I still speak it.
Yeah, I
you
got
know.
you.
So basically, you know, long story short, you know, I told him like, yo, like I'm the person who did this, like thank you so much. But when I was speaking, I was like nervous because I wanted to make sure I said the right things and I didn't sound like, yeah, that moment was crazy. Like as I speak about it, I'm like visualizing it in my head. Like that moment was epic.
Like fuck, why'd I say that?
For
crazy.
good reason. That's a legendary ass room, yo. Like,
Yeah.
you talk about Calle 13, Arcangel,
Yeah,
Bad Bunny,
bro.
like, yo,
and,
that's
and
crazy
Tiny
lineup.
too. Like,
and
that's
Tiny's
crazy.
a fucking amazing
Tiny's
producer,
a
yo.
legend.
Bro, that lineup they had for the Mike Towers concert, like the Anuel and all them were there. I was
What?
like, the video that
Oh,
that
I
you were
live.
in,
Yeah, we went.
I live.
Bro,
yeah.
that night was crazy, dog.
that whole line, everybody that was there, I was just like, bro.
Bro, that night, so long story short, I went to link up with Mike Towers at like 1:30 in the morning at his Airbnb.
Yeah.
I went, took him the fitted that I made for him, took him some gear. We was just there chilling before the show. And then he's like, yo, let's go to Nango's crib. I'm like, yo, I'm with it. Let's go. We out. Like, I go to Nango's crib all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's honestly like that's family. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you guys
like
seem super
that's
cool on
like,
IG,
yeah,
to be
like
honest.
that's like, bro, like that's family to me. Like him, his mom, his friends, like that's family. Like
That's crazy,
to me down here, like that's like my family, and I tell them that all the time.
Yeah.
He's a legend, bro.
So, bro,
Yeah.
we go to Nango's crib. Boom, we're outside chilling, and it's crazy because when I first moved here, when I first went to live, I remember paying the security guards to like basically get to where the artists were, because I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm gonna pay them, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just make my moves. I'm gonna connect, and like, bro, it's just crazy to think like that night I'm there just chilling with these guys, and they're involving me in their conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You're
that,
with the
that night
biggest
was
people in
crazy.
the place.
Yeah.
Bro, and then after that, we went to live. And then when we pulled up, Anuel was there. Mind you, I had already met Anuel like a while ago. So he already knew my face. And bro, that night was crazy. For me, it was crazy because like I was actually involved like with them. Like
Yeah, that's
having
what got me,
conversation.
like
That was crazy.
Like you were building relationships, but at the same time, you were just literally just with them, just chilling. That's how I looked at
Yeah.
the video. You know what I mean?
Like
So I was
casual,
just
like, it was like,
yeah.
like,
we're homies.
and the fact that
Yeah.
you came here with like you didn't know anybody.
No.
You know what I mean? You
That's
just-
crazy,
it's
bro.
just
Nah, and let
building-
me-
literally just working. That's
Let me
it,
compliment you. You look like you belong there.
That-
You know,
oh, yeah,
that's what he's trying to say.
You were
So-
the tallest guy there. Like you're above everybody.
Yeah, in the video, Anuel looks short, bro.
Bro, all these guys are short.
Bro, there's a little
Like,
moment.
Facts. Yo, we talk
Usually
about
the most successful
Bro,
people are like,
Bro,
How tall-
short.
how tall
When
is
I
Ben?
met Little Baby, and then Little Baby released the music video with DJ Khaled, Little Baby's short. And then when I seen them come out with the music, yeah, bro. When they came out with the music video, I peeped that DJ Khaled is even shorter than him.
What?
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
Bro, yes.
No way.
It makes me feel so good about myself, dog.
Some of the biggest people in history were short people, bro. For real.
Bruno Mars, bro.
Yeah, Bruno Mars.
5 feet tall.
Bro, what? Yeah. Yo, for real.
Come on, bro.
Lil Wayne is short.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Real short.
But the reason why I noticed that, because there's like a little moment in the video where like there's like an altercation with the security guard. Like, there's so many people trying to get in.
Nah, yeah, with Nango. So basically, the security guard was like pressing Nango, and then Mike went, and I was right behind Mike, and I was like, yo, boss, like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like that's an artist right there. He's a legend. Bro. And the thing was, all these guys didn't know how to speak English, so I was, I had to say what I had to say, and at the same time, like, bro, like, you're not gonna press my man's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna happen.
Right. Especially that's like the artist,
bro.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
that's what I'm saying.
But at the same time, I understand the dude, like, he was doing his job and just making sure. So.
But like that's what put me on. Like, yo, this guy's tall, bro. Because like you see, like everybody else, like just going on, and you see him walk over, like just his hat just walks over.
Oh my god, bro.
Yo, so no one has starstruck you, just like that one Bad Bunny moment.
I thought Bad Bunny for sure, but like,
nah, bro. The thing is, I've been around so many people.
Yeah,
I don't see them as the artists. I see them as them.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I mean, if anything, let me see, bro. I've even met. I've been in the room with Diddy. I've been to his crib.
That's crazy.
Yo,
You had to do that bar right there.
Yeah, we.
that's a bomb for real, though.
That right there was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that was crazy. But I wasn't even like. It was more of like when he walked inside the room, because it was a private birthday party for his son. Mm-hmm. They had dinner reservations. I think it's called. I forget what it's called. But bro, when he walked in the room, you felt it. Like, you felt his presence in the room. Like, it was like, I've never.
He loves Diddy.
Bro, I've never
That's
been.
a man, bro.
Like,
Hey.
I've never been in a room and somebody walk in and you're like,
the
oh, shit. Like,
The vape falls out of your forehead, bro. You gotta,
Bro, that's funny because we were
Yo,
just.
that's Diddy, bro.
You know, Diddy, I didn't know Diddy brought up. He had like a new Ciroc bottle now.
yeah.
We just tried it right now in the liquor store. I'm like, what?
It's good?
Yeah, it's pretty
I gotta
good.
try
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
Okay, so all right, damn, I'm about to drop like I bet y'all don't even remember this shit. So you know Diddy's Ciroc Boys.
Yeah.
That was our first moment where we were drinking
as
underage.
boys, yeah, that's what we would call ourselves.
We, bro,
Ciroc
we
Boys?
literally, yes, bro. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, bro, that was whack. But we called us, bro. We were literally calling ourselves like Ciroc Boys and shit. And people actually
Back
knew
in the
us as
day.
that at school,
Oh, shit.
like the small crew. That's crazy.
That's cool.
That we like come back.
I feel like all the guys in every high school always had like the
A
name
crew.
of the squad. You know?
Right.
For real.
And you look back at it now, like, what the fuck were we doing?
Yeah, bro.
What were we with? Especially me, I look back at my high school picture, I'm like, bro, what was I?
What
like,
were
'cause,
you wearing?
You know that was
like,
dumb fresh
I'm
too.
completely different than when I was in high school. So I look back and I'm like, fuck. Like, I literally look
That
like
one
my mom was
picture?
just dressing me.
That one picture,
Don't
and
even-
everybody's with you, like, yeah, that, and you're like, yeah, swipe that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm done with that
Nobody
picture,
wanna
bro.
look at that, bro.
Hey, we were talking about artists now. Am I good on time?
We can get into one more. I think I know which one you're
Yeah,
you're getting
that's the
into.
one I really want to get to.
That's
yeah.
that's the last
That's the main one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the last one.
Not yet.
But all right,
I got time, so.
I guess so we talked kind of like your past and like kind of where you are right now. So we want to talk about like what's the ultimate goal for you, like whether in business, whether in life, like what's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to move my mom down here and just have my family near me, to be honest.
Oh, that's what I meant to ask you. How many siblings do you have?
Just one.
Just one. Your sister?
little sister,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw you went for
She
graduation.
just graduated. Yeah.
Congrats, by the way.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
That's a big deal as a big brother.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, that's definitely like one of my big goals right now is to get my mom down here. Because once I get my mom, then I'll just have like that love around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll feel like I just have
Yeah.
that.
Right.
You
That
know,
weight
I
off
could
your
just go
shoulders.
drive to my mom and see my mom.
Yeah.
Or if I want to have my son down here even more, like I have my mom's help. Because that's another thing too. Like people don't know, but like it's hard. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing a bunch of things and
you
just
still
trying
got-
to balance. You know, having my son and spending time and have him here and boom, I get a phone call to go make this move or that move. Like it's hard. So
Yeah, I get you.
definitely just getting my mom down here. You know, just taking care of her so she doesn't have to work no more. Like that's my ultimate goal, honestly.
it's a big goal. It's an expensive goal too.
Both of our goals.
Not just so much money, more like, yo,
Mentally.
Yeah.
it's a big job.
I mean, mentally, it's gonna help me out a lot. Like the past 2-3 months, like everybody has seen like everything that's been going on, but in reality, like mentally, it's been one of the like hardest times because it's like I'm doing so much, but at the same time, it's like I don't have my mom to go to. You know what I mean? So that's why I cherish these moments every time I go up north.
You had a close relationship with your mom?
Yeah, I mean, my mom, my dad, my sister. Like, I'm very like tight knit. Like my mom, my mom, my dad, my sister, my aunt, my boy Mo, my other boy Joey. I don't want to miss any names. My boy George and my boy Esau, and that's pretty much it. Like I don't really chill with anybody.
And Hispanic
else.
background too, so we as Hispanics we tend to be more
Tight.
Like
tight.
tight.
Even
if
like him and I, we don't have blood siblings. Like at least not from the same two parents, but just as friends, we're family. And we take that shit personal. So
yeah, because like I grew up here, so like I have siblings in Honduras, but I barely know them. Like it's literally just through WhatsApp. So like when it comes to like real like it's them and a couple of other boys that I've known since middle school too, and it just like we've always been around.
We
each
consider
other,
family
like
at this
they're
point.
just. It's not even friends, bro. Like they're like blood to me, to be honest.
Right.
You know? They know my mom. I know their mom. Like you feel me? It's just like
that's the support system.
Yeah.
So we
That's
take that shit
yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
I've read that that's a good goal too, because it's not like we talk about because sometimes we get kind of aspirational out here, and we talk about like yo like that. I think that's a good goal because it's not number oriented,
It's not.
and I think if you're chasing a number, you'll never get to it.
You can never focus on the numbers. The numbers, just let the numbers come. You know, as long as you put it in the work, the numbers are gonna grow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's more important stuff than numbers and material things.
That's why I associate with that goal so much because that's my number one goal. Like yeah, I want to make money and all that stuff, but like the number one thing, bro, I want to put my mom in a house and where she doesn't have to work anymore. Like where she, even though my mom is those type of moms that she can't stop
She'll
working.
work until
like she has to
till
work.
70, 80.
But like I want to get her to a point where like if you want to do it for you, that's fine.
But you're taken care of.
But you're taken care of. Like that's the money you want to keep for yourself. Like that's always been like I want to make M's and stuff like that. That's number one because I want to make a wealthy family out of I come from poverty, bro. Like I don't come from shit, to be honest. So I want to make a wealthy family from start that, you know. Yeah. Because a lot of people want to get rich. I want to get wealthy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's a big difference between that because you could be rich and have a Ferrari and all that stuff, but if you don't have like legacy money,
generational wealth.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's crazy you say that because like that's my I associate with
above
that so
above
much,
the
right?
numbers.
Yeah, above the numbers. Fuck that. I don't want to put my mom in the crib. That's it.
Facts.
Am I ready?
Yeah, because
What's the question?
I just know that you've been around all these artists and stuff like that. I know you're a music head. I'm a big music head. Are you a music head?
Yeah.
Boom.
I have a record label.
Yeah. We didn't even get to that.
I know we're about. Hold on.
Go. We'll end it with that.
I was gonna say, how much are we good on time?
We're good on time.
I was like, all right, let him get into his record label a little bit.
Boom.
Yeah, bring that
Yeah,
up.
because we were gonna bring that up. Yo,
No, it all ties in together. So let's do that first. The record label.
Oh, so basically the way that started out, so I was actually working with an artist at first. When I moved down here, his name is September. Long story short, we ended up parting our ways. It's still my boy though till this day.
Yeah.
And then basically the videographer, photographer I was working with at the time, he connected me with one of these kids. And then basically, long story short, ended up being that his name is Gio. He goes by Restless. And his team is Gio, Trey, and then Gonzi. So basically, long story short, I bring them after, like, this was in the process of me building the headquarters, like painting it. They came through.
Check them out fresh too.
That video was hard.
What it came down to was, at the end of the day, like I like their music is so fire. These kids are like super talented. They're all like 20 years old, 20, 21.
I played it for him in the car the other day. He's like, yo, like,
Really?
Yeah,
I got it.
these
Yeah,
kids
I
are
listened to
like,
Gonzi.
I played it on the way over here for Brandon and Ray.
Bands.
I got it. Yeah, I got bands saved. Like
that's fire.
I'm a big critic, and that song.
that shit hit.
Yeah.
As long as it hits in
killed
the
that.
gym for me, I'm fine.
Yo, that was my first taste of his music, and I was like, yo, like this, like, it's crazy. Like sometimes you see potential, and like, yo, like that kid, like,
Nah, Gonzi's
he
a
has
beast.
it, bro.
And not only that, like now, like the record we're about to release now is crazy.
With Nango?
waiting on that shit.
Yeah, bro. Like we're dropping the song.
Cool.
I'll show you guys the video after this.
Fire.
But just to think about, back in August, I was in Reading. I flew up north. Nango sent me a DM. He came across my ad. He's like, yo, I want to fit it. I was like, all right, bet. And I was like, yo, I got to fly back already. Like, I got to make this move. because I used to listen to him when I was younger. You know what I mean? And bro, I flew back. Boom, I started building the relationship with him. Whatever that man wanted, I got it for him. Like I got it done. Like literally, either if I could do it the same day, I'll do it the same day or the next day. Like that's something that's also important too. Like to all the listeners, you know, if you're building a relationship with somebody, like super important. Like if they want something, get it done so they can see that you're serious. Yeah. Because if you don't show that you're serious, they're not gonna take you serious. Right. And 7 months later, now I'm about to have a track with him and my artist, and you're talking about a mainstream artist that just did a song and a video with Lil Baby. You know what I mean? Bro. You got songs with Bad Bunny.
Legend in the
legend, bro. Like a fucking smash hit.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Like, you know how many like I think about it like this. You know how many people wish they had that opportunity?
Bro.
You know how many people in the world wish they had the opportunity to do a song with a big Latin artist? And bro, that was strictly, you know, business is business. You got to take care of things.
Right.
But bro, it's relationship. You
and he wouldn't have done it if he didn't wasn't really feeling it. So like,
bro,
or if he didn't believe in all of
it.
that.
He believed in my vision.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
he
believed in my vision most importantly. And he just, you know, I never folded since day one. Like whatever that man wanted, I always gave him, built a relationship. It was crazy because the day of the music video, I gave Gonzi my chain and he was wearing my chain and they were filming together and Nango had called me over. I came over. He's like, yo, like, I need you to get me one of those chains. I want to buy one of those chains because this is such a legendary, legendary moment. And bro, when he told me,
zoom in on the chain.
Bro, when he told me that, I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. Yeah. And then after I went back, then he was speaking to Gonzi. He's like, yo, Gonzi, do you have one? He's like, nah. He's like, all right, bet I'm gonna buy two of them. I'm gonna get you one. And I'm gonna get myself one. Yeah. And just like. Bro, like it's crazy, man.
Yo, he's a real one, bro.
Bro, the way
I fuck with Ñengo.
Yeah,
bro, the way people come into your life.
We go way back with Ñengo. Sorry.
Like, bro, you just got to keep going, man, because you never know. One person could come in your life and change everything. You know what I mean? All it takes is that one moment, and like that's why it's important to it's good to plan out goals for like far out, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you never know what's gonna happen. So just keep going. Don't waste time.
I mean, look at us. We're speaking with you right now. We didn't know it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
we had plans technically.
Yo, when we were in the show, we didn't know it was gonna happen.
What's dope about this was that like you had came across a manufacturer video way back then,
3 years,
and then you came across the stuff with Casper, and like, bro, the way I met Casper was like the thing about me, man, is like I believe in when you do good, you get good. So like if I see something dope, I always try to help people out, show love. I didn't even know Casper. I came across his art because one of his boys that posted him up that I follow. And I was like, damn, this is dope. So then I just reached out to him. I was like, yo, your work is dope. I'm like, yo, I think it'd be dope if you could do one for Nango. And, you know, I'll make it happen that you come with me to take it to him. Yeah. So then, bro, he got it done like in 2 days. Boom. We took it to Nango's crib. And like that was big for him. And then after that, after Nango was Sech. After Sech was Arcangel. And then now he's like,
bro.
Yeah,
that's the cosign.
He did a piece for Bad Bunny too, so we're just working on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just showing love, man. Yeah. You just gotta show love. And
I'm a big believer in that too, man. If you put out like everything you put out to the universe is gonna come back to you. Yeah. So if you're negative, you're gonna get straight negative stuff. Right. If you're positive, that's why it's hard for a lot of people, bro. Like have you ever run into somebody that's just mad and like
for no reason?
For no reason, but like
or they might have a reason, but we talked about it.
Yeah.
That one of my favorite quotes, and we said like, bro, one of like the first couple episodes that we did, that was like one of my favorite quotes was like, if you can't change the situation, change how you react to it.
Yeah.
And that shit changes like
the perspective.
Yeah.
Because that's how you become more wiser and you grow. You know what I mean? Like you can't react off of emotions.
Yeah.
Like it's just like in relationships, friendships. You know, the reason why a lot of people, like I was just talking to my boy the other day. This is like my best friend. His name is Isael. When I was 19 years old, this was my best friend since I was 14, 15. It was just me and him in high school, and then everybody that was doing business with me throughout high school. Bro, the reason why we stopped talking was because of like $70, like at 19. And bro, this was like my man's, bro.
Yeah.
And just the other day, we started talking about it, and it's just like, yo, just having like just that communication, you know what I mean?
You
like,
just laugh about it, like, whoa,
yeah,
why
bro. Like,
it was so dumb,
really, for real. So
I mean, best friend breakups are the worst, but to be honest, you guys ever had that?
Hell yeah.
Like,
a split.
Not so much like a best friend breakup, but like just like, and it's like just people just grow apart, bro, and in different ways, and it's no one's fault really, but it's just like
that's another thing. Like you outgrow certain people. In your life, bro.
Yeah, that's another
and it's
thing
okay
too.
to like just to like.
That's also very important. Like just realizing that. Like me, I mean, I don't hang around many people, so everybody that's just around me, I just try to like uplift them with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very true. Like you're always gonna outgrow people, and sometimes
like,
you just gotta keep going.
And you can't keep them around that like. Cause like their energy will just drag you down.
Energy is
if it's
important.
negative,
bro. You gotta always. That's why my friends are small, bro. Like you know,
Nah, what y'all got going on here is super dope.
Bro.
Like it's real
Appreciate
dope.
it.
Like I love the energy y'all got.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for y'all.
Yeah, bro. Like
Thank you, bro. And
bro.
right now we're talking about feeding off energy and stuff like that. What made me want to commit was feeding off a lion's energy, because I've always known, like since the beginning of when I became a sneakerhead and shit like that, like back in middle school, I always knew like I have a creative touch to my brain, right? And I always knew I could do whatever, YouTube, this and that, whatever. I never thought it would be podcast first. And what made me want to do it was seeing how committed he was. And then my boys telling me like, yo, this is the move. And then so I felt I felt the trust, I felt the push, and I was like, all right, let's go.
We gotta commit.
So pull the trigger, because if not, you never pull the trigger unless you got to be that driven to do it. It's the first initial steps that are like the toughest.
Yeah.
So, to add on to that point.
Nah, but and this is not like we're not gonna fucking have a fucking jerk off session here, but
Fucking guy.
but real shit, like, cause you say that, but also it's like what pushes me is that you guys have trust in me to fucking do this shit.
yeah, bro.
So it's like when you have like people
You
that
better not fuck up the editing though. You
Nah.
heard?
the fucking video.
nah, but for real, cause it's like, and I'm sure you know this, like with your artists, it's like when you have people behind you that you have to like also like lift up too.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain pressure with that shit.
Yeah,
The
you have a
most
team?
important. Nah, I mean, huh?
You have a team?
Yeah. For the record label, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a whole creative team. But as
at
far
that.
as the clothing and all that, business, I do everything myself.
Yeah.
Like right before I was
Look at
here, I
that.
was at the office packaging a bunch of orders from today. Not only that, like handling all the music business stuff. Like it's a lot. But one of the most important things that I definitely suggest to like groups and anybody like that does stuff together is to remember that it's always we and never I. So whenever you're speaking, don't be like I this, I that. Like it's always we, because then it's like it just breaks it apart.
Yeah.
And so you gotta understand some people might react a certain way. So just remembering that it's always a we thing. You know what I mean? That's
Very,
it's
very important point. Yeah.
And I feel like we're always pretty good at that. You know what I mean? Like we always make.
We had a
good
meeting
decisions,
the other day.
Yeah,
and
sure.
we were talking about like, yo, what can we do like
That's
for
Yeah.
that shit?
Fire.
Yeah, it happens all. Like I had an opportunity, like basically come up through me, but I made sure to tell him, yo, the captain of the ship needs to hear it from your. He's a homie of mine from back in the day, so it could be easy for me to be like, yo, we're don't worry about it, I got it. But it doesn't work like that. Like we're in a group thing.
Yeah.
So I told him I need you to talk to Brandon and Ray, and then get the captain on the ship to all agree. Even though you told me, I feel you, I see your. I need you to see all of them. So just involving each other all the time. We do it all the
I
time.
got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, we got
we
experience
don't
with
make
that.
no decisions without like consulting.
Yeah,
But-
he'll fire me, bro. I can't. I need that paycheck, bro.
We're a pretty good point for your question, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
ready
do
for
it.
that.
Let's hit it.
Yeah.
So I'm a music head. Obviously, you're a music head. I had to ask you for the people who are meeting you for the first time. But yes, he has a record label. This is an official music head. We got to ask you, top 5 artists of all time.
We asked all our guesses because
Yeah, every guest that we're going to be, we've had a few. We've asked them the same question. But this is like very credible right now.
All right. So
I need to hear it.
It's crazy because Drake used to be first, but after I ended up. So y'all ever heard the record with Bad Bunny and Nicki Jam
yeah,
that they have together? I forget what it's called.
Come on, bro. Hey,
Bad Bunny and Nicki Jam.
Come on,
I'm gonna find out right now.
Off the last album, it's called Canción con Nicki, no?
Yeah. All right.
Come on, dog. Don't test me,
you
bro.
came through. No, you came through. You can't. You
So-
were on the clock. He was about to pull it up.
bro.
Nah, you got it. You got
It's
it.
called Canción con Nicki.
Okay.
My boy Phantom produced the beat. My boy Phantom, he's a beast, Billboard producer, everything. So he was chilling at my crib, and he showed me Nicki's part. Bad Bunny wrote that part, and Bad Bunny he sang that part and basically sang it just like Nicki Jam, and sent it to him exactly the way he wanted Nicki Jam to sound like. He sounded like Nicki Jam and everything.
So he just set it up.
Yo, come on,
it
bro.
was-
That's a fucking goat, dog.
Bro, like I'm telling you, like crazy. And he was involved in the beat too with Phantom. And Phantom played me the song, the whole thing, just Bad Bunny. And when Nicki's part came, Bad Bunny sounded like Nicki Jam. I'm like, yo, like this dude
Can do everything.
bro,
Different.
like this dude is different, dog. Like He, like just outside of songwriting, like, and bro, he writes songs for people. He produces beats.
Yeah.
And bro, like I see all the behind the scenes. I'm like, yo, this dude is a beast. Like Drake is not doing that. You know what I mean? Like I give Drake his credentials.
Nah, he's
Bro,
number 2 for me.
I'm a big fan of Drake since day one.
Same.
Yeah.
But after like being involved and seeing like the behind the scenes, I'm like, nah, like Bad Bunny's creativity is out of this world. So Bad, Drake, Hove is definitely in there.
That's solid. That's super solid.
That's 3 solids.
I
Damn,
expected
we talking
Hove
all
because
time.
he's from that side. I expected
Yeah.
Hove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hard, bro. There's just so many. There's so many.
We could talk about present after, but I gotta know the top 5 all time.
Oh yeah, I want to know your present.
That's
the one
it
I
is a
want.
hard question though.
Fab.
It is.
Ooh,
Fab.
I got you.
Yeah,
I actually met Fab once. That was crazy. It was like a private party here in Miami. This was last year. Fab. Damn, two more.
You did- hold on,
Bad
Bad.
Bunny, Drake, Fab.
3.
Damn,
Hove.
bro.
You said Hove already.
Hove.
So you got one more.
Oh, one more. Oh, all right, bad.
He's like, thank God.
Too many.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't hear. Because I used to listen
No,
to
that's
I Can't
solid.
Hear back
That's
then.
solid.
That is- that's
I
solid.
can't hear. I can't hear because I used
That's
to listen
solid.
to him back then. Yeah.
Bro.
I like that you mixed it. I have so many that I had to
Yeah.
separate them from English and Spanish
Yeah.
because it's too many, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
kinda has-
definitely have a different list for
Arca-
Spanish.
Oh
and
yeah,
a
for sure.
different English.
He had so many phases before.
Arcangel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angola?
Yo, no, wait, hold on. Him and
Wait.
Daddy Yankee, you gotta give him credit. Like they've
Bro.
adapted through every single era,
Hey,
bro.
Daddy
Yes.
Yankee's still making hits today, bro.
Bro.
So is that kind.
Bro,
Yeah.
I can't hear is like the Lil Wayne, and the reason why I say this, and
I
I've
agree with
even
you.
told him,
I agree with
is
you.
because, bro, I can't hear. He's been in this for a long time. He's the one that really bring on Bad Bunny, like his first couple songs, and like blew him up. Same thing with Lil Wayne and Drake. You know what I mean? So,
Correct.
Yeah.
Like I always compare them like that.
That's my 1 and 2.
You know,
Lil Wayne first, Drake second.
when I realized that what you just said right now also is Arcangel was on a song with this Puerto Rican rapper named Mora.
Oh, Mora.
And,
Yeah.
Bro, Mora
Yeah,
to me,
yeah,
yo, I was like, yo,
Mora's
Mora's
my guy.
fire.
He's cool. He's cool.
Yo, Mora's fire.
Mora's a beast. He
yo,
writes a lot of songs that people
when
don't
I
know.
tell you-
For a lot of big artists, like I'm talking about, like
Yes,
probably
bro.
like.
So
I'm
that's
not
like-
gonna say no names. I'll tell y'all off the
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
Like
Yo,
I've
he's
seen a lot.
we were talking to Igor. Igor's like one of the guys that we went to high school with. That he also makes music, and we were telling him and Mora. He's like, yo, Mora's like fucking un duro.
So that's like a thing in the industry. then.
Yeah, Igor.
And
Igor
Arcangel,
named
bro.
him.
Yeah.
There's artists that don't write anything at all, and they're
It's
like.
just- but like I've never understood what's the purpose. It's just because
They're like
I mean,
easy-
it's
they're like
a-
easy,
I
bro.
mean, the thing is, bro, like
Some people have that style, like the look.
If somebody has the image and the voice, and they just don't have like the writing,
Yeah.
then you can still work with them. You know what I mean? And bro, it's literally what they do. And like, there's one artist right now, like I heard recently he came out with an album. He didn't write nothing at all, but
way.
bro, he has the voice, he has the look,
That
and,
persona.
You know?
That's crazy.
The point is for the record to sell.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
that
it goes
makes
way
sense.
back though.
It's just-
Ice Cube, Easy.
That's true.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Feel me?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, when it comes to creative, it's a team thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. Whether
That's
it's
what makes
music,
Bad Bunny-
clothing.
That's what makes Bad Bunny like puts him up there because he does literally everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
He
his-
sound like Nicky
his
Jam.
creativity
That
is
is
like
Bro.
unmatched.
crazy, dog.
And he has his hands in, bro. Everything that you see like from him is like he had creative input in that. His music videos, fucking like the track list, what goes where, everything.
That's why I hate
Every
that they-
decision he's put his mark.
I hate that
Touch.
they had him on uninterrupted with Hove there. 'cause
I haven't
Hove
seen it
kinda
yet.
Took
I
over
wanna
the whole
see it.
interview,
That was crazy.
but like
bro.
because Bad Bunny like his English is pretty like kind of broken, so he was like,
He's working on it. He sounded like me when I was talking to him in Spanish.
He was like,
yeah,
my
bro.
dude.
We've talked about it a few times. Remember, Anuel surprised us when he spoke full blown.
yeah.
I knew he
No,
did.
Spanish.
the thing is, I know it's from the States.
Yeah.
So he like no, like
Is
I
he
speak
really?
to him in English.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Bro, you remember?
he
I
wasn't
told-
born in Puerto Rico. Oh, I thought he
Wait,
was.
what?
Remember, and his dad was the
His
president
dad was
of
also
Sony.
the president of Sony.
Wait, where's that one?
Sony Music.
It's from up north. I
North?
forgot where exactly. don't
Damn,
wanna
I
say
thought
I'm
I could
wrong.
have sworn I
Yeah.
was from Puerto Rico.
But Anuel spent.
He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
Puerto
yeah,
Rican,
yeah.
but
Yeah, born in the
He
States.
spent a lot of time in New York.
Just like
though.
Nicky
I
Jam, right?
believe
Nicky
he was
Jam.
A
born
lot
in
of
the
time.
States. I might be confusing him for Eladio.
well, if not, he still had like his because of his dad and where like who his dad was around at that time. he like the English was like pegado.
I mean,
like,
fluent
yeah,
English.
yeah.
Like,
when I spoke to him when I first met him, it was strictly English, and like
Yeah.
it was just it was easy for me. Like I'm glad he spoke English perfect. So
yeah.
Yo, what do you think of 6ix9ine? I meant to ask you that.
I mean, he's honestly he's a marketing like genius.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how I feel about him too.
Honestly, if I were to leave it up to 2 words, is a marketing genius.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Leave it like that.
And we can put a period after that. I was gonna ask it, but I was like, fuck, let me. I don't want to fuck up the vibe.
Nah, he's a marketing genius.
Your favorite artist, like right now, like what are you currently listening to?
Gonzi and Engo Flow
Fire.
before we release it.
Yo, you gave a hat to my favorite artist too, like Die Hard, but Polo G.
Bro,
That's
I didn't
his
even give it
favorite
to him.
artist
He
right
bought
now.
he bought it at a store.
Did he really?
Yeah, 305 Kicks. Shout
That's
out to
even-
Javier.
that's
Oh, yeah,
even-
follow my
that's even
Instagram.
More gangster. I like that.
Javier. He's only 19, killing it. That's the whole store. So basically, long story short, Polo G walked in and he just bought the hat. And then he literally, after that, he went to the lid store that I buy the hats from, got it embroidered there. And they were like, yo, like, oh, like, you know, Visionary gave this dude a hat. And they didn't even know because I ended up going after. I was like, nah, he bought the hat. So he went there, got his stuff embroidered on it, posted it up. That was love. That was dope.
Right. Yeah, bro. He's my favorite. He's hands down my favorite artist right now. I think he's top new young guy right now.
It's fire.
Over Lil Baby and all them, but
His taste is all like that rough shit. Like he's big on the Chicago artists and stuff like that right now. You've always been big on Chicago though, always since the beginning.
But Polo G, I don't know why his storytelling is to me is on a different
The
level.
the pain in the voice.
Yeah,
You like all that.
The press.
Yeah. He likes that shit.
I don't know. I work out like Bad Bunny. His number one song I can work out to is "Amor Foda" for some reason. I don't know.
For real?
Yeah,
Out of all of them?
that's the number. I don't know. That's the number one song to work out to, bro.
I just showed him J.I. because I was like, yo, J.I. has that voice
J.I. is a
too.
beast.
Yeah.
J.I. has that voice.
He's nice.
Nah, you know what's
Yeah,
crazy is I you know, have you ever had like that when you were like a kid, like you didn't like a certain type of music and now you love that shit?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
That was me
country.
with Spanish music, bro.
Oh,
That's
country.
me
I
with
remember my
country.
friends used to play that shit. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
take that shit off. Like, I was like, I want to hear 50 Cent, Eminem, whatever. That was like back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Bro, now I'm like, fuck, like,
Fuck
It's
them
like-
guys.
yo.
Salsa for me, like my dad always used to play salsa, and like
The
bro,
cleaning
now
music.
like
Now,
Yeah.
it's like, that shit was fresh.
bro, like when I used to be with my dad in the pickup truck, and he used to play it all the time, be like yo, like just like change it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And then like
Can't take
now,
it anymore.
like when I listen to it now, it's like it's a vibe because it reminds me of those memories, like when I was with my dad when I was younger. So
Easy times.
With me, it's country now. I don't know why. I can,
For real?
Yeah,
I like
bro.
a couple country
I
songs.
love
but
country, bro.
for-
Like
for
I'm
me,
on
it's
the whole
dope, though.
playlist. Yeah,
That's
it's like,
dope.
I don't know. It's just like I've opened up my music taste because before it was just straight like Chicago drill.
Yeah, yo, it's not, yo,
It was
7
like
a.m. at school. This man's
Yeah.
just tapped in right now.
Chief
Don't
Keef
like
at 7 a.m.
Bro, when
Bro,
Chief Keef blew up though, like he was on a different
Love
level,
Salsa?
bro. Yeah. What?
Bro, this
Don't
man
even get me
7 a.m.
started.
eating breakfast. Don't like? Bro, what? I'm like, what is
Yeah.
he doing?
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
For me, it's definitely gonna be country too. We gotta put you on more EDM and shit like that too. Just exploring, exploring the whole. Shut up! You like EDM songs? Yeah, he like his walkout UFC song. I see. I got you.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's the EDM
What it
joint.
is, bro.
Nah, I remember like thinking of that moment though, like when I was like, yo, I used to hate this kind of music, and now I'm like, yo, fucking like blasting that shit, like,
Bad Bunny, bro.
bro. It's that he has so much fucking variety, bro. Like it doesn't feel old at all,
Go in real quick. Why do you like Bad Bunny so much?
bro.
Let me know this.
Do we have time,
Yeah,
dog?
we got more than
Yo,
enough time,
for
bro.
real, like, all right, no, like, no
Hey,
lie.
hold on. Before you say that, did you get tickets to the concert? Did you finally like land it?
Oh,
I'm checking every fucking day, yo. Not yet.
Alright.
We still checking every day.
that guy.
But whatever.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, trying to get tickets that day was
Sold out.
ridiculous.
Bro, we
Bro,
were-
you know what's crazy is that this man sold tickets for $3,500. Nobody's ever sold tickets, bro. I went to a Drake show back in 2018. What was it for Scorpion? So long story short, I was working FedEx, and at the time, I was like, this is when the show was happening in Philly. Philly's like an hour and like 20 minutes away from where I live, and I'm working, and I'm like, damn, like I want to go, like. But the thing was, at the time, I didn't have nobody to go with.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go by myself. Like at the end of the day, when it comes to certain things, you gotta experience them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
On your
saying?
own,
Like
yeah.
you gotta do it on your own.
Yep.
And like literally right before that, I went to like 2 Sixers games and sat like front row, like on the floor, and that like changed my perspective. So then I was just like, yo, like I'm gonna go to this Drake show, and I'm gonna go literally the day of. I'm gonna just find tickets. I literally I found a ticket first row, and bro, it was only like $560. And I'm like, damn, like I paid $560 for this that day, and Bad Bunny just came out with tickets for $3,500.
Yo, originally though,
resellers, man.
yeah,
It's
that's
resellers.
what,
No,
that,
bro,
that's,
that's
what it
how
was.
much. No, that's how much it came out for.
Oh,
like
my bad.
that
Yo, I was
wasn't
about to say-
resale.
I was
like, bro,
these
you
resellers,
go
bro.
on. You could probably go on Ticketmaster right now, and it'll tell you that.
No,
much.
yeah,
but
I know.
Yeah, but I'll be checking every day.
Every
bro.
day, I'm like, yo,
It's insane.
I'll let y'all know when I get them for a good price, yo.
Yeah.
But nah, I remember, cause I was watching. Cause I'm super tapped into like even like Puerto Rican media, bro. Like I watch fucking. I tell them, bro, Chente, Moruco, like, and then they were one of them was saying like how maybe Bad didn't put him at this price, but the resellers got him and they fucking bumped him up.
No, bro. Well,
'Cause I
literally
remember-
when the tickets came out, they were $3,000. I think it was like anywhere from $3,000 to $35,000. Like that's how much it was. Cause I remember when they came out, I went on my phone to search it up. I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Bro, we were on a 4-way call and we are like, yo. I remember we were thinking like, yo,
Yeah,
I think 400 is kind of expensive for the 100s. If we would have known now, bro, take that shit.
It wasn't even-
What?
It's like a
I got blocked out on the checkout twice.
Yeah.
Bro, we
that's
had
right.
7
crashed.
people. We had 7
Yeah,
people.
we had to get
Look at
too many
Not-
tickets, but that's what killed
Not
us.
one person landed.
That's what
the
killed
7
us.
people we had, not one person landed. And then everybody posting about it.
Yo,
Bro,
that shit
you know
made me
what's-
so
I was
mad,
like,
dog.
bro, they needed to add another show.
Yeah.
in
Two.
Miami.
2 more.
Two
They
more.
needed to add, because look, they had Friday, then they added Saturday, then they added
added
Sunday.
Sunday.
And none of, bro. Like, yo, we had 7 people. That's wild, bro. They needed to add 2 more
The
shows.
thing that got me was that everybody, I'm like, how are you guys getting this?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are just like me.
Hey,
Like,
nah, they were at work and they were on like that hardwire
Yeah, yeah.
office.
Sure.
That's why we were all on the
They
phone. I was
disconnected
in the
all the
middle.
computers
Yes,
and put that shit on there.
yes, bro. And they were all probably all huddled up. Check out 8, the whole row. Stupid.
They've been going down though. I've been peeping, but
It's-
y'all
Yeah,
don't
but
watch.
down-
Don't
down-
go
I-
on.
I
Don't check.
got my plan. I think it's gonna work. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God.
I'm gonna get hired as security.
We get
and
hired as security.
Take my clothes in the bag and that's it, bro. That's
We'll
all
leave
I
it right
do,
there.
bro. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, Brandon, where you at?
The
I checked that
walkie-talkie.
mic. Look,
Mic.
the uniform is gonna be
Chad,
folded with the mic,
The mic on top.
right? Perfectly.
No, I'm gonna be on the dance
Brandon, we
floor.
need
bro.
you.
I'm on the dance floor. The fucking what's it called,
The
bro?
just the
The
stage?
regular floor. Yeah, wherever the stage is at, wherever he's at, that's where I'm gonna be, bro. Perreando, bro.
Let me know how that works out.
Yeah.
How we doing?
I
we're
think we're
good.
good on time, bro.
I think this is a good spot to leave it at.
Yeah,
If you wanna plug anything you got, bro.
whatever you want.
Yeah,
Did you have any questions for us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You can feel free
whatever you
to
want.
Nah. I don't got no questions.
off air, baby.
But yeah.
But yeah, I want to leave this off at, you know, one of the most important things for all of you that are listening is, like I said, is, you know, don't be afraid to make sacrifices. You know what I mean? Like everything I'm doing right now, it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time away from my family, my friends. But at the end of the day, it's all gonna be worth it one day. So yeah, just always remember that. And you know, if you ever think about doing something you don't know how to do it, just do it. That's something that's just very, very important to do. Don't be a thinker, be a doer. But yeah, if you want to follow me on IG, you can catch me JVISONARE. It's JVISONARE. The brand is Visionaire, VISONARE. The record label is Visionaire Records. So yeah, Visionaire Records. And yeah, I mean, also check out Gonzi as well. My artist. About to release a record real soon with Nengo Flow. Actually on June 14th on Gonzi's 21st birthday. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank
course,
Yo,
bro.
thank you for
Of course,
coming,
bro.
bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Coming, yeah, for real, man.
Thank you for
Thank
blessing
you.
us with this pod,
But
man.
I think this is a good spot to leave it at. So thank you guys
1000%.
for watching. Remember, if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. So because it gets us to get more guests like this.
Facts.
And yeah, just follow us on IG.
I love you guys.
That's it.